Hey guys, imagine walking into a 1,000-year-old temple and you see a ceiling that is using 5 types of wooden rods. Some are cylindrical, some have 4 facets, some have 6 facets, some even have 10 facets. And you see giant wooden rafters and planks making up the ceiling. These wooden rods are inserted through these planks, and for reinforcement, you can also see these twisted reinforced metal rod inserted for additional support. On top of this, all these are fastened together with metal bolts and nails. You would wonder how ancient builders did such advanced engineering more than 1,000 years ago, right? But what if I told you that none of these are made of wood or metal? These rods, the planks, the twisted bar, and even the nails were individually made of granite and then assembled. Yes, this is what we see in the ancient temple of Thiruperandurai, which is 1,100 years old. Mainstream experts say that each rod you see is made out of granite. This twisted rod reminds you of modern metal reinforcing bars, right? But ancient builders made twisted granite bars, made holes through these granite planks, and inserted the rod and then put granite nails for a tight fastening. Imagine inserting 5 more different types of granite rods: cylindrical, cuboid, 6-faceted, 8-faceted, and even 10-faceted granite rods, and putting granite nails in place. This technology is so futuristic, we do not even have such stone technology even today. Today, engineers use wood to create something similar, and they call it batten roofing. The idea is the same. They use wooden rafters, etc., and put metal nails to fasten everything together. People think the batten roofing was introduced in 1950s, less than 100 years ago. But we can see the batten roof in this temple, which is more than 1,000 years old. But this is unbelievable, right? How could the quote-unquote primitive ancient builders make such batten roofing using granite, which is one of the hardest rocks in the world? Is it really made of granite, or is everything made of clay or terracotta and sculptors merely molded it to look like granite? There is a very good chance that sculptors took clay and made them into these complex patterns and baked them to look like battened roofing, right? But it's not just you or me who's in disbelief. The British officers stationed here during colonial times also did not believe that it is made of granite. It is said that a British officer finally got tired of hearing this nonsense of advanced ancient technology and decided to debunk it. So he took a rifle and fired a shot at the roof, expecting the clay roof to shatter into 1,000,000 pieces. And he was shocked because the bullet simply made a hole and the rest of it was just intact. Stunned, he shot again and again, just another hole in the roof. Forget shattering. Not even a crack was formed around the bullet holes. So he finally had to accept that yes, everything is, in fact, made of granite. In fact, there is a plaque inside the temple written in Tamil language which proudly says the British shot through the ceiling to check if it was really made of granite, because they could not believe such a structure could be made out of rocks. But what do Westerners know about ancient Indian stone technology, right? If we ask the traditional Indian sculptors, they could explain how their ancestors did this in the past, right? No, I came across something very interesting. The traditional Indian builders accept that this is a lost technology that cannot be recreated. So even today, every time they are hired to build a new temple, in the building contract, they include a specific clause that mentions that they cannot build a ceiling like the Thiruperundurai temple. And this clause was not added in the last few decades. It said that this clause has been there for many centuries. It is part of the tradition itself. So you can understand that it is impossible to recreate such a structure. Now, what do experts say? This is the mainstream information, and you can even see this on Wikipedia. It clearly says the ropes, rafters, and nails all are made of granite. This means they're telling us that the ropes or the twisted rods, the rafters, and nails are individually made of granite and then fit together. This is what the experts say, but in my opinion, this is impossible. Remember, if you watch my channel, I'm a big supporter of advanced ancient technology, and I've shown you many videos about how ancient builders implemented a variety of technologies in the past. But if I say I do not believe they could do that, that means this is a completely futuristic, almost unimaginable technology. My theory is that these are giant granite blocks cut skillfully to give you an appearance of a batten roof. I do not think this is one stone rod that continuously passes through stone planks and stone nails are then hammered in to put them together. Why do I say this, right? For a nail or a rivet to go through an object, the nail should be harder than the object. If I take a metal nail, I can easily drive it into a wooden plank. Nothing is crazy about this. But if I take a wooden nail and drive it into the same type of wood, it will not pierce through, right? Why? Because the nail should be made of a harder material than the object. So a granite nail would not go through a granite block. I do not think of them as individual nails. I only think of them as carvings, giving the appearance of nails. I will give you another example. Look at these twisted granite bars. You would have seen similar metal rebars or reinforcing bars in every construction site. Most people don't know the amount of rebars used in a construction site until they demolish that building. But why do they twist these metal bars and put them inside buildings? Because they have a higher tensile strength than concrete. So they add these bars to change the strength of the entire structure in modern buildings. But in this temple, there is no need to twist granite rods and then add it to other granite blocks because there would be no change in the strength of the structure. So, for reasons like these, I believe that these are giant stone blocks carved and then placed side by side to give an appearance of a batten roof. However, I cannot confirm this unless I'm allowed to take a closer look. It's one of those things where I don't believe it, but I want it to be true. Because if experts analyze this and confirm that these are individual rafters, rods, and granite nails put together, then this temple would not only be recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it would even be recognized as a wonder of the world because of such a unique technology.